What's up, internet? How we doing today? So, I just thought of something. I had to stop it, everything I was doing, and jump on here to tell you what I just thought about. Right? And I'm actually telling myself what I just thought about too, because this is as much for me as it is for you, um, at this moment. And I gotta process this. Right? So anyway, I'm on the phone. I'm talking to someone about going back to college. They're saying, "Hey, I found out my job pays for college, and I want to go back." You know, so I'm telling them, "Yeah, go. Especially the jobs are gonna pay for it. Go. Like that's why I go to college because it's getting paid for, right? I don't know that I would actually. I don't know that I'd actually still go to college if I had to pay out of pocket, right? That's something that I don't know. I'm not living that life, so I don't know what I would do in this situation. But I do know since it's being paid for, damn right I'm gonna go, right? Take every advantage you can. So I'm telling this person the same thing. So this person comes back and it's like, yeah, I feel you, and I want to go, but I got a lot going on, right? Uh, so I told this person like yeah, I get it, you got a lot going on. I've learned in my years, through my years, is that there's never a right time to do anything. We always say, I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna change my life when I drop 20 pounds, or I'm gonna go to college when I have enough money saved that I don't have to work, or I'm gonna anything. I'm gonna buy this house um, after I get a better job or something, right? Like we're always saying, there's a time that we're gonna do something. We're putting it off. It's for the right time to do it, right? And I was telling the person like what I've learned through my years is that there is no right time. There's never a right time. Every time we reach that benchmark of I'll buy the house when I get a better job. As soon as you get that better job, you got more. You wind up spending more money, and now you don't have the money for that. You're like, well, I'll get a job. I'll get a house when I get a raise, and then it's like, well, I'll get that when I get the next raise, and it's always the benchmark keeps moving back, and also something else always comes up. Like, oh, I'll go back to college when I have more spare time. But then you wind up having to take a second job. Well, I don't have any more spare time. I thought I was able to have one. Now I don't. Something will always come up. So there's never ever a right time. This is rule number one that I've learned. This is before I even just realized what I realized. But anyway, rule number one, what I learned is that there's never a right time. There's only ever right now. The only time you have is right now. So if you want to do something, if you're looking into doing something, just do it. Just do it. Like literally, like the Nike says, just do it. There's no better time to do it than right now, because right now is the only time we have. You don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow. The pandemic showed us we don't know if schools are gonna be here tomorrow. Like we never know. So if you're interested in something, you want to do something, don't wait for the right time. There is never ever gonna be a right time for any damn thing in your life. There's only ever right now. This is the only time you have, and that's right now. Okay. So then I told that person this, right? And they were like, "Oh, I appreciate you saying that. You know, I just feel like, every time I try to do something, something comes up. I go through a lot of adversities. So every time I try to do something, something comes up. So I'm sitting here writing a message, right? And I'm like, yeah, that happens to a lot of us. We seem to always get into a lot of adversities, seem to arise in our lives when we start making steps to better ourselves. As soon as we start making them steps, like life could be going, you can be complacent and just chilling, not even care, content in your own little bubble. You just going to work 9 to 5, whatever. As soon as you want to do something to better yourself, let me start school or something. You know what I'm saying? Then adversity happens. Your car breaks down. Or I don't know. One of your family members gets sick. Something happens, right? And then it's like dang, like I was starting to better myself, and then this happened. Happened with a good friend of mine. My friend, no names, but my friend, he started going to school for, I think it was even HVAC. He started going to school for HVAC, and he was doing really well and about to graduate. And right before he graduated, they sent him to prison. Like as soon as you start bettering yourself, as soon as you start doing better, adversities will jump in, and they will try to knock you down and keep you in the same place you were. So this is a fact of my life, and this is such a fact of my life that as I was writing this text message, I was telling this person, this is such a fact of my life, that I started embracing the adversities. That I started saying that that anything worth doing is worth overcoming these adversities. And and then it hit me and it struck me. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, that while that's not that bad of a way to think, anything worth doing is worth overcoming something to do, for sure. Um, but I shouldn't embrace that negativity of having to overcome something, because then I started encouraging bad things, adversities to happen, and I started feeling that like my progress and my reaching the next level didn't mean as much unless I went through something on top of what I was going through. So, for instance, before I graduated with my AA, about a semester or two before, the police kicked in my door, and they tried to lock me up. Well, they did lock me up, but they tried to send me to court, and they thought I was some big time drug dealer or whatever. I had stopped selling drugs because I was going to school. I sold drugs out of necessity. When I felt I didn't need to do that anymore, when my bills were paid through college and other funds, I no longer sold drugs, because I'm not in it for the hype or the fame. I was in it for the cash. That's it, to survive. And so when I didn't have to do that anymore, I stopped. So before I graduated with my AA, police kicked in my door. That was an adversity. I had to fight that charge and get off of it. And after I got off of that charge, then I took a trip to Paris. So that was also an adversity before taking the trip, right? So those are two major things that happened that came around after a bad thing happened. When I graduated from my bachelor's, right? My last semester, I broke my leg in two places very severely. I hobbled across the stage on some crutches. You feel me? Like that was another adversity that I had to go through before I succeeded in elevating my life to the next level, right? Then when I got the job at the EPA, I got the job out there, and I was working out there for a while. I had my very first scientific conference where I spoke in front of a large crowd. I was sicker than a dog. Like I'm talking about, like nose around. I couldn't not like this because my nose hooked up. You feel me? Like I was sick to the point where they was like, "Yo, you can go home and just not get this talk." And I said, "No, sir. I'm working on this thing so hard, so long." I went up there and killed it, right? Leveled up, but had to go through that hard adversity before I did that. And this seems to be a pattern of my life. Every level up I do, right? Preceding that is a very hard adversity trying to keep me in a state or knock me down so I can't reach it. And I started not just embracing that, like embracing it is okay, but I started encouraging that to where I felt that things that come easy don't mean as much to me. And then that goes into the point where I'm realizing that if I'm striving for something that I want and I'm not seeing adversity, I'll make up adversity. I will cause the adversity, which sometimes, especially in relationships, will cause me not to level up. So I had to talk about that real quick because I'm realizing that a lot of the stuff I've been going through lately, I've been causing because I'm not used to it being easy. I'm used to it being hard. So I'm searching for that hardness so I can feel comfortable in it. Because I'm uncomfortable with easiness. Someone once told me it doesn't have to be hard. Someone once told me that like relationships and friendships, they don't have to be hard. They can be easy. And I didn't understand that because I've never had an easy relationship. Never had an easy friendship. I mean, we've had friends, yeah, but friends, I thought it was normal. Friends fight. Sometimes they fist fight, whatever. And then we still friends and friends. Like, relationships, I thought it was normal. People argue, curse each other out, all kinds of stuff, and still come together. I thought that was normal. These are the things that I've seen my whole life growing up, right? These are the things. And then these are also I feel these ways like with succeeding, right? Like if I'm gonna succeed in this friendship, we're gonna have to go through a little struggle. If I'm gonna succeed in this relationship, we're gonna have to get into it. Like, but this person told me like, no, we don't. Like it can be easy. And I realized that I've been causing a lot of adversity. And anyway, that hit me. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to share that because I could be my own worst enemy sometimes. I can block my own success because it comes too easy or whatever. Because it was great. Anyway, yeah. So I don't have anything else more to say on that. So appreciate you tuning in. Hope y'all got something out of this message. Y'all take care. Be safe on purpose. Talk to you next time. Bye.